Welcome back to Saturday Social. We are joined by Cams and Robbie, still debating in the ad break. I like it, and it's going to get even more heated now because we're going to draw our attention to the fixture that separates our two guests, Man United against Arsenal Super Sunday. Cannot wait. How are you feeling, mate? You're a United fan.
This is a proper Super Sunday to kick off the season.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's a massive. Well, United got a good record at Old Trafford against Arsenal, so part of me's feeling confident, but looking at the two squads, I think Arsenal's notably very much stronger right now, and that's probably the reason that we're doing our combined 11 debate today, because we want to see how many Manchester United players fit in to an Arsenal combined 11.
We haven't lost there for the last couple of seasons, you know.
Yeah, a lot of draws, though, isn't it? A lot of squeaky draws.
One drew last year, the season before we beat you.
Oh, he's not having that. Yeah. I think the stat is Arsenal have won 5 of the last 33 at Old Trafford.
There we go.
But
obviously
you're talking
about recent times, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't really care what happened in 1935 or whatever. Right?
I don't think 33 games all the way back to 1935. But you're right, recency plays a part, yeah.
Let's do the 11 though, shall we?
Start
We'll see
with
how
keepers.
many get in there.
Yeah.
Let's not waste no time, man.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. I can put
Let's see you both got first. You both got David Raya, right?
You got David Raya, yeah.
On that,
What's happened?
Yeah. With regards to Onana, what are your thoughts on Onana? Do you think he will be Man United's number one for the entirety of the season?
I think he will be. Yeah, I think United have decided to stick with him. You know, I don't think there's any market for him anyway at the moment to sell. So we just need to hope that he has a big season for us, because there was actually a period for a couple months that Onana was reliable, and then sometimes it just goes the other way. So we just got to hope that he turns up this season. But I would have wanted to sign a keeper at least for competition. But I don't think it's going to happen. David Raya definitely the better keeper at the moment.
And Robbie also has David Raya, so let's stick him on.
Yeah, that way, definitely. No. Whoa. What are we doing?
Disrespecting our players.
Right back.
Right back. I've gone for Yuri Timber. Very, very underrated player. Very solid right back, and a really good player. It's great that Ben White's back, and and Ben White's had a decent pre-season as well. So it's great that he's back, because he's different to Timber. He's better overlapping with Saka. But I think for this game, it'll probably be Timber if he's fit, because I think he's a bit more solid defensively.
You say for this game, for the season, they're both fully fit. Timber or White, who are you picking?
I think it depends on the game. It depends on the game. I think if it's a game where you're up against a team that you're gonna probably have loads of chances, maybe Ben White, because on that overlap he's great with Saka. But I think it's a game like this, you're away from home, first game of the season, Man United, lots of pressure. I'd go Timber.
He's answered that well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I agree.
Right back.
So do the centre-back partnership, we always do them as a two, and I think so far there is total agreement.
Yeah,
I don't like this.
Is this painting a bit of a picture so far?
I mean,
the quality of the backline Arsenal possess, and
It's the best centre-back pairing in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue obviously for Van Dijk and Konate as well, but these two have been brilliant for us.
Together,
Yeah.
So is Gabriel he's back fit now? He's coming straight back into this team for you, obviously.
Yeah, I
think
injury. he's had a couple of games now in pre-season. And he played a lot of the last game, so I think it will be these two that play against Manchester United.
Obviously, no Manchester United players being selected here, but I think we should talk a little bit about Lenny Yoro, because don't want to spoil the interview we've got with Ruben Amorim coming up later on the show, but high praise from Ruben Amorim for Lenny Yoro and his development.
I'm a big fan of Lenny Yoro. I think this season's going to be a big season for him as well. I think he's going to show everybody the potential that he had, the reason why Man United spent so much, the reason why Real Madrid were chasing him as hard as they were as well. I think everything you need in a centre-back he's got. He's tall, he's fast, he can play, he puts his head on things, and he's getting physically stronger as well, which I think was a little bit of an issue early in the season. I'm looking at Lenny Yoro and I'm saying, listen, Van Dijk, if you want to put the mantle down, and someone needs to pick it up.
Love the way these men...
Lenny Yoro's there, you know what I mean?
These guys talking about how biased my thing was.
Oh, here we go.
Lenny Yoro wasn't on these two,
Yeah,
but now we've just spoken about him for the past minute or so.
We've got to have some debate around other players here, Rob.
Oh my
goodness gracious.
Arsenal got an issue with reference over that isn't Arsenal.
Our combined 11, but we just got to say something about Lenny Yoro.
Robbie, there are times in life we have to talk about things that aren't Arsenal, okay?
No, listen, right? I get it. You couldn't get him in, but we're still going to talk about
Stick him up.
Honourable mention, man.
Okay. Do we do left back, Joe? Because I think this is the first disagreement,
I think, in any of the
And Robbie
positions.
looks fuming there's disagreement here, by the way.
Patrick Dorgu. this season, look at this guy. Patrick Dorgu this season is going to make some noise. I'm excited about him. I think last season he came, he did what he could do. I think there was times where he could have got some assists. I think people weren't finishing it. People weren't getting to the near post quick enough. And I think in this system that he's playing in now, we're understanding it a little bit more, flying fullback. I think maybe right now people won't agree with me, but I think by the end of the season, this will be a highly rated player.
What we're doing, Cams, though, right, is
let's say tomorrow.
We're selecting
Dorgu impact.
What it is, we're selecting our combined 11
Yes.
right now, not at
Yes.
the end of the season. Right?
Yes.
So how are you getting Dorgu in ahead of Mars Lewis Skelly?
I believe in him.
When you've seen what he's done.
I believe in him.
Do you know what as well? I think
I believe in
Pat
him,
Dorgu,
trust me.
obviously, I think he's been United's best player in pre-season, but I also think there's a lot of positives in his connection with Cunha. I think at times last season, he honestly wasn't being given the ball enough. He's making great overlapping runs, underlapping runs, and just not being passed the ball. Whereas this season, I think Cunha, a little bit more of a creator on the ball, a little bit more of a playmaker. I think you're going to see.
So all of these things going forward, you're saying, but right now,
it starts Sunday.
Right now, if you're selecting your 11, it's Saturday today, right? Right now, if you're selecting, you're saying and you select Dorgu ahead of Mars Lewis Skelly.
I'm selecting
You're
Dorgu.
saying that.
Wow,
You
great.
really mean that?
I believe in this boy.
You really
I believe
mean that?
it, and it starts from tomorrow. You'll see.
Yeah, well,
tomorrow.
It's got to be Mars Lewis Skelly for me. Come on. I mean, the season he's
Is he going to start? Is he going to start ahead of Calafiori?
England international now as well, right? I'm sorry, right? You know it's Mars Lewis Skelly.
Last few games.
Let's see what Dorgu can do. I'm not writing off Dorgu. Let's
Yeah.
see what he can do this season. I'm not disrespecting him.
I would go Mars.
But right now, it's Mars Lewis
Let's
Skelly.
make the decision here. I think, to be fair, you're right in what you're saying. Had a great pre-season. A lot of United fans, you included, are very excited about Dorgu. I think if we're doing it right now, it has to be Mars Lewis Skelly.
Agree. So far,
invest, man. You gotta invest.
just to remind people at home, this is a combined 11.
Yeah,
this isn't just
people.
Arsenal's best 11.
It's a great back. I said it earlier. It's a solid back five.
Next up, I think a midfield agreement. Let's start the first midfield. You've both got Declan
we're here
Rice.
again.
Have you?
Rice, baby.
Well, actually,
Let's come to Zubimendi later. Let's go Declan
Rice.
I know, but we got. Let's go for the agreements first
Yes.
because there's a disagreement about Zubimendi, I think. So let's come
you
to.
see, Zubimendi's more my defensive midfield player. You see, this I can see what you're trying to do.
He's fuming at you.
We've got an agreement here, though. We've got an agreement.
I sense some juggling going on.
Here we go.
Okay, let's reveal the midfield three.
Declan Rice
Then why don't we do it that way? Let's see all your midfield
Robbie,
three.
there's no agenda here.
Okay.
We're just trying to
He
make
thinks we're trying to stitch him up.
We're not trying to stitch you up.
Let's see all your midfield three.
Okay.
There is some disagreement.
Right, here's
here.
my midfield three.
Just to confirm, for those watching, you've both got Declan Rice.
Yes.
You've both gone Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
The disagreement then comes, you've got
Mateus
Zubimendi
Cunha.
and you've got Cunha.
Yes, I've got Cunha, one of the best performing players of the season last year. You know, I remember when Arsenal fans, and Robbie in particular as well,
like Cunha, good
was
player.
calling for Cunha to sign for Arsenal.
In January,
Let's not forget about that.
No,
You know what I mean? Cunha, a very good player, you know, and I think with what he's going to offer Man United this season is going to be huge. Goal threat, he can get assists, he can get on the ball. I'm excited about this signing. Everybody wanted him. Now he's put on a Man United shirt and he's not making combined 11s. You see what happens?
So hold on, listen.
You see what happens?
I like Cunha, and we did want him in January.
Yeah.
A lot of fans were asking for him in January, right?
Yeah.
But where's he going to play in this free? So like,
He's in my 10.
right? So the defensive midfielder will be Zubimendi, right? That's where he plays.
It's a
right?
fantasy team.
Let's have the
You know,
balance
it's not a
right, yeah?
tactical
Go on, Robbie.
Right? It's a fantasy team.
fantasy
It's the
team.
team's going to go on the pitch. It ain't no
Fantasy
fantasy,
team.
right?
Fantasy.
Right? Defensive midfielder, your box-to-box midfielder, right, is going to be Declan Rice, right? And then Bruno Fernandes, you know, will be in that position where you're probably going to put Cunha, which is...
Rice can play 6.
Right? I'll put him in just ahead of Odegaard because I think he had a much better season than Odegaard last year. So right now, I think
Rice
that is
can
an
play 6.
honest midfield. Yours is trying to get...
Rice can play 6. Rice can play 6. Bruno and Cunha in front of him.
You sat at home and you're like, how can I get United players in this? You know.
Who have you seen more of, Cunha or Zubimendi?
Zubimendi.
You've seen more of Mateus Cunha.
Zubimendi's been doing this at a high level. Zubimendi won the Euros.
Yeah.
Right. He's an integral player in the Spanish team.
But who have you seen more of?
And I've seen him in pre-season, just like how you saw Dorgu in pre-season.
You've seen more of Cunha, and you were impressed with Cunha.
But where's Cunha going to play?
I've got Declan
Where's
Rice
Cunha
going to
play? You see, this is why I knew it. I knew it when they were there.
This is what he does. I've got Declan Rice as 6.
When you were there, I know he's a United fan. When he was there saying to me, "Oh, hold on a minute, wait before you
Declan Rice.
Zubimendi is a defensive midfielder.
No, but so is Declan
Right,
Rice.
Zubimendi.
No.
Zubimendi
Declan's
goes
there.
You might as well go home.
Declan Rice there, Cunha here, and this is what it looks like. And Bruno here.
No,
that's
you're trying to shoot.
That's a good midfield.
You're trying to get players in.
Look, that's a good
Zubimendi's
midfield.
defensive midfielder. Declan
Rice
Rice box
plays
to box, right? And then I'll put Bruno Fernandes.
Where
in
does
there,
Declan Rice play for England?
right?
6.
He doesn't play a
He's
6 all the
Where do
time.
you play
Not
for
all the
West Ham?
time.
He
Not
was
all the
playing in
time.
6 in the pivot.
Yeah, that's West Ham.
This
Even
is what I
for
mean.
Arsenal for the past 2 seasons.
But why do we have to go
he's
to what
playing as a
Arsenal
box
are doing? We don't have to go to what Arsenal are doing. We're going
because
Declan
we're
Rice
going
6.
for a combined 11.
That's a
Zubimendi,
good-
you put your holding it.
Look at
Where's
that.
Ugarte? Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Why don't you put Belaber in there?
Here's the question then. Obviously, they cost a similar ballpark figure. Who's the better signing, Zubimendi or Cunha this season? Who's going to have a bigger impact on their side?
I mean, he's saying player of the year.
I get the feeling, I think it would be Zubimendi, just because I think Cunha is an excellent player. Don't get me wrong, right? I'm still trying to work out where he's going to play on United.
Left hand, definitely.
Left, is he playing in midfield? Is he playing on?
He's going to play one of our 3
Is he on the
attackers.
left-hand side?
One of our 3 attackers, yeah. One of our
Where?
3 attackers.
Where?
On the left.
It'll be on the left-hand side. Mbeumo will be on the right-hand side.
That's where Declan Rice plays, in the left-hand side of midfield box. He's not ahead of Declan
Do you
Rice.
think
No
Declan Rice is a
chance.
better attacker than Cunha?
Huh?
Attacker.
As
He's
a
better
midfielder, because when you play in that position in midfield, it's not just about attacking, right? It's a box-to-box midfield.
6.
You've got to get up, you've got to get down. We all know that Declan Rice is one of the best in the business.
6.
No, 6 is Zubimendi.
6.
You know it.
Joe, do you want to make the call? I did the call on the last one.
Cunha,
Yeah, you're
Bruno.
making him make the
Joe,
call.
do the right thing.
I did the call on the last one. Do you want to be a
Joe,
better
do
in
the
this?
right
Joe,
thing.
I don't think there's a world in which we can't have Zubimendi. in this
No,
team. I think
I do
Zubimendi has to
agree.
be in the team.
Oh my
Well,
gosh. So who comes
I do
out?
agree.
I think in
So
a
who comes
real
out,
world
Cunha?
of 4-3-3 balance, it should be Rice, Zubimendi, and Bruno.
Oh my
One
gosh.
thing I would say is that if you think he's biased, I would agree. I think Zubimendi is going to be such a key player for this Arteta system.
I think
and
Cunha is more in the left wing slot.
Now that's not to say Cunha won't be in the side. There's a debate that could be coming with that.
And I keep saying, I like.
We're getting robbed. We're getting robbed.
It's not a matter of robbed.
We've
No,
been
but
robbed.
I think there's a legitimate chat to
We've
be
been
coming.
robbed.
And
Potentially-
also, let's just be real here, right? Just because he's not in the combined 11 doesn't mean he's not a quality player.
been robbed.
He is. I like him. I would have him at Arsenal, but
Why would he
he
play
can't
at
get in ahead of Rice, man.
But
Sorry,
he might
not in a midfield.
he might be able to play in that left wing slot.
Let's see if there's a position for him.
Might-
Arsenal? No, mate.
15 goals,
let's
6
see,
assists for Wolves, by the way, last season.
Get my players in there.
Who's
Right,
the
let's
right
go
wing?
left.
Obvious. Is there a
Right
right wing?
wing.
Obvious, presumably.
Yeah, Bukayo Saka, man. Don't be paranoid, bro. Bukayo Saka, of course. One of the best players in the league, goes without saying.
Yeah, no doubt. So that means the left wing slot.
I had to squeeze my
Let's go
players
left
in.
wing then.
I presume you've got Brian and Burmo, have you? Or have you got Gabriel
Play on the
Martinelli?
left.
I'm squeezing. It's a fantasy.
It doesn't really. That's what I mean. Who have you got on the
Play
left?
on the-
You got-
I actually did put
Thank
Mbeumo in,
you,
right?
thank you. See, so now we're
Right?
going
I
out of
actually
position.
did put Mbeumo in there.
Yeah, but you were
he's-
talking
he-
about out of position for Cam's picks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but if I'm being honest, that was just out of a sympathy thing. I'm coming on TV. I know a lot of United fans are going to be watching this. Really and truly, Mbeumo's not a left winger. So I was like, can I really do this? And there's only one United player in it.
There's no way you could have put Martinelli
Right, so
in there.
that's why.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, because Martinelli, if you actually with the front three, Martinelli and Mbeumo's don't. I actually remember
have put
speaking to
Cunha.
Marcus Gale when I was at Brentford, one of the games, and I said, can he play on the left? Because I'd love him at Arsenal. He said, no, he's just right wing.
But then there was a lot of talk in the January window linking you to Matheus Cunha, who could potentially play on the left. He played a lot of football on the left, in that left 10 space
Yeah.
for Wolves.
But we didn't end up getting him.
Would
And
you take Cunha on your left now? Would he start for Arsenal on the left-hand side?
Probably would, but if I'm being honest, he's not an out-and-out left winger, which is what we really need. So the kind of arguments we're having around Eze at the moment, I'd love Eze, right? But I know really and truly he's not an out-and-out left winger, but I still take him.
Okay.
But really and truly, if I'm being honest, right, it should either be Martinelli or Trossard over on that side. But
You've chosen Mbeumo.
because I've got to go to Manchester tomorrow, I thought, you know what I mean?
Let's put some
Let me
respect
not
on
let me.
Mbeumo's name, by the way.
Yeah,
Joint
yeah.
fourth top scorer in the Premier
Yeah,
League.
20 goals.
20 goals.
No, he's a great
20
player.
goals
I
last
remember I
season.
put him in, you know.
20 goals.
Remember I
20
put him in.
goals for Brentford last season.
How many did Cunha
No,
score?
I think Mbeumo's an excellent player. I think very underrated.
Yeah.
I would have loved him at Arsenal as well.
All right, so that brings us to, I think, the big debate, right? It's Sesko versus Gyokeres, presumably.
Let's
It
come
is.
to Robbie first on this, because what's interesting about this is obviously Arsenal were linked with Sesko at a period of time, Man United were linked with Gyokeres at a period of time. You've been very vocal on both of them. What is your stance on the Gyokeres v Sesko debate?
I always wanted Gyokeres all along. You could
Always?
Go back, always. You could go and look at any of the videos on my channel that I always said, listen, Sesko, high ceiling, good player, but we need goals now, right? And this guy's an out-and-out proven goal scorer who's done it over the last couple of seasons, right? And I was so happy when we sort of pivoted away from getting Sesko and we went and got Gyokeres. Sesko, as you said, his ceiling's high, has the potential. He's probably a better signing that he's gone to United because he can grow into that. But what we need right now, we needed goals. And right now, he's ahead of Sesko. Look at his goal-scoring record.
Not in
he
top
scored
5
goals
leagues.
in the He scored goals in the Champions League. You know what I mean? Like, you know, not in the top 5 leagues. So where did you get Cristiano Ronaldo from?
Sesko.
Where did you get Cristiano Ronaldo? You got him from Portugal.
That's a big comparison.
When he was 18 years old. When he was 18
No, but I'm
years
saying
old.
I'm not comparing him. I'm saying he came from the Portuguese league.
When he was 18.
Right, there's many great players come from the Portuguese league, right? That's even playing in.
Do you think it's interesting though? Because
Bruno Fernandes.
it did feel like at the start of the summer, Sesko was your sort of priority target in that
No, but then
number 9
we
role.
changed our mind,
Yeah.
and a lot of that I think was to do with Andrea Berta. Remember, under the older regime of Edu and that, Sesko was the guy they wanted. But once Andrea Berta came, it was right from the start. Everyone was saying that his preferred target is Gyokeres. Remember, we had a choice.
That's Berta's.
We had a choice.
Not
We had a
Arteta's,
choice.
not Arteta's. Sit
We had a-
Arteta down in
let
the
me-
interrogation room right now and tell me who he
One
wanted.
second. All right,
He
you
said, I
know,
wanted Sesko.
let me finish, right? So
His
first of
first
all,
choice.
we had a choice
Yeah.
of the both of them, and we've chosen Gyokeres,
No,
right?
you wanted
and
Sesko.
on your interrogation thing, also sit Ruben Amorim down.
It doesn't
and
matter.
find
That's
out
just
who
because
he
knew him.
wanted.
That's just
Did
because
he
you knew
not
him.
want Gyokeres?
He wanted Delat first.
Did he want
He wanted
Gyokeres?
Delat first.
All right,
That
who did he
wasn't
want?
our first choice. This was your first
All right,
choice.
hold on.
Benjamin
All right, he wanted
Sesko.
Delat first. Who did he want next?
It doesn't matter. It
He
wasn't,
wanted-
that was
going off
familiarity.
of his logic.
That was familiarity.
Amorim wanted Gyokeres.
This was
he
your
played
first
under
choice.
Gyokeres, right? Amorim wanted him, right? And we had a choice.
This was your first
You
choice.
had no choice.
No, the agent was playing
You had
up
no
and stuff.
choice.
This was your first
You had
choice.
no
This
choice.
is who Arteta wanted.
You had
Look
no
how long
choice.
it took for you guys
Right.
to finalise that Gyokeres deal.
You-
Arteta was sitting there probably saying to Berta,
took-
I don't want this guy. I don't want this guy.
Right, it wasn't. Don't speculate.
Oh,
We know the reality of it is, right? We had a choice. We could have got either of these two, and we decided to get Gyokeres. Amorim wanted
Did Arteta,
Gyokeres.
was that Arteta's
Amorim-
choice?
Let's talk
Am
a
I
little
right?
bit about
Right?
Sesko though.
Am I right? As a
Let's talk a
United
little bit
fan,
about Sesko.
did Amorim not try to get Gyokeres?
I don't have any
Nah,
insight into the
that's-
dressing room to know
You're
who won it
speculating.
from.
You're speculating. We didn't
Let's
even
talk
go-
about Sesko then. You've gone
Let's talk about
Sesko.
it.
I think
Do you think he
Sesko-
outscores Gyokeres this season?
Oh, I mean, that comes down to the teams that they're playing for and stuff, so it's very hard to say that. But I think if you're talking about talent, I think Sesko's the better talent. I think you look at his frame, you look at his shooting ability, you look at what he offers, I think offers a little bit more than what...
It sounds like you're describing
Gyokeres-
Rasmus Højlund.
Nah, see...
You said that when you bought him.
This is what they do.
No, that's what you do.
What's a successful season for Sesko this season up front for United?
I think a successful season would be, as in, are you talking about league?
Yeah.
If you can get 15 plus, that would be a very good
That's
season.
really successful.
That's a
15.
really successful.
Whereas
I mean,
with-
when you consider United haven't had somebody score more than 18 goals in the league since Robin van Persie, that would be a good season.
Whereas with
What's a
Sesko-
successful season for Viktor Gyokeres?
20 plus, and that's what I mean.
So less than 20 is unsuccessful.
20 plus
Yeah, so-
is successful, I feel,
Wow.
for
That's a
Viktor
big
Gyokeres.
number.
And that is a big number, but that's the expectation that's been put on him, and that's why we bought him in, because we want goals.
Well, we need a
And I think
decision.
it's a clear answer. It's clearly Sesko.
I think it's Sesko.
You
I
reckon
think
that?
it's Sesko.
You like,
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
walk off.
Sesko.
We need a
I'm
decision.
walking out.
What I would
goals.
say is it's actually impossible to make this decision from a point of view that neither of them have played a minute in the Premier League, so
Yeah.
we are just speculating.
Going
about
off
this
talent.
so then we
On
go off
talent.
of their goal scoring records,
I
right?
think personally,
As
I don't know if you agree with
Sesko,
this, I think Gyokeres will outscore Sesko this season. I think he'll score more goals, mainly because of the fact that the players he's got in behind him and the assists
he
that he'll
perform
get.
better?
and his
Will he
goal scoring
perform
record,
better?
and he's a more natural goal scorer. Has he scored 20
Robbie,
goals?
let me finish. I think Sesko's ceiling is
in the top
potentially
5,
higher, and the excitement factor on Sesko because his ceiling is high. I totally agree with that. But I think if we're talking goals, I think we all agree
Take a pick.
Gyokeres probably outscores
Oh.
Sesko. So do we edge to Gyokeres?
You're the neutral.
Well, then stick him up.
I hope you
But I
guys
think
are
the
right.
ceiling
I hope
is,
you
the
guys are
ceiling
right.
is potentially higher with Sesko.
Cam's is
I hope
ceiling's
you guys
high.
are right, because if you're not right, I'm coming for all of you guys.
Hey, I would've gone-
Not just
I would've
on
gone-
Joe. You
I would've
two.
gone-
I'm
I
going
think,
for
I think
both
it's
of you.
impossible to pick now because I haven't played a
Cam's
minute.
ceiling's probably higher than yours, but I go with you right now as a presenter.
Wow, he's got personal. Thanks, Robbie. Lovely to have you back in the show.